Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Trends O'Clock with Patents Disciple. And I'm excited to be here today because I'm sure you are excited to have me as well. Yes, you can decide to call me an Aproko official personality. Yes, I agree. I am an Aproko person. Yes, I get paid to do Aproko, and that's what we do. So just be careful you don't do something that I have to put out there because you are going to find me on the 100. So you're welcome. But before I move on with the show for today, I'd like to remind you that you can join us on our social media platforms on X, on TikTok, on Facebook, and as well as Instagram at O.O.K Farms Radio TV. But on YouTube, O.O.K Farms, simple and short. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a lot of things, a lot of people showing up in the story for today. I've got Davido, I've got Blessing Okoro, I've got IVD, I've got Bishop Oyedepo and his son Isaac, as well as Omale and a whole lot of people. But before we continue with the show today on Trends O'Clock, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take this very short time out and when we'll come back, Trends O'Clock with 13 Disciple continue. Stay there, go nowhere, and stay tuned. Bye. All right, you're welcome back to Trent O'Clock with 13th Disciple. And right now, I'm going to be starting with the very first story that I have here that has to do with father and son. Yes, you wonder? Don't worry, just take a chill. All right, now this story is taking us to none other place than Songo Ota in Lagos, where we have the Living Faith Church, also known as Winners Chapel, presided over by Bishop David Oyedepo. And the story has it that second son of Bishop David Oyedepo, talking of Pastor Isaac Oyedepo, the junior brother to uh, Pastor um, Dr. David Junior Oyedepo, who the two of them were happened to be ordained in the year 2007 by none other but the veteran Kenneth Copeland, where they were being ordained as men of God. So, according to this story, to the information that we have moving around here, Isaac has decided to pull out of his father's ministry to start his because he claimed that the God given mandate that he has is to make sure that this generation is being liberated and also experiences the revival kind of fire of God in this generation. Well, many people will begin to ask, okay, if this is happening, is it truly because of the mandate or the young pastor Isaac Oyedepo has just gotten a clue into how to monetize the ministry? Many people will say so many things, thinking of why he is leaving his father. Imagine the particular ministry where he was raised up to being an adult, the particular ministry where he got to know virtually everything about religion of Christianity, and that is that about that story. But either we like it or not, what will be the kids that are from Islamic homes that decided to be Christians. People have gotten their own rights to their choices. Well, we wish Pastor Isaac Oyedepo, we wish him best of luck in his ministerial journey. So right about now, I will be moving to the next story that has got to do with Malay. Yes, you are wondering what's happening with Omale. No, it's not something really out of the box. But what is happening now is that Omale has made a revelation, has made a statement that had revealed his status with God. Yes, he said, as soon as I made money, I switched. I don't enjoy religion anymore. In an interview with Omale, he declared that ever since he became a rich boy, ever since he had made money in the entertainment industry, he got to think of it that, okay, why? Okay, let me just make my matter his matter. Yes, I'm just quoting him. Let me make my matter a matter of myself and God. That though he understands that somebody is responsible for him being able to move his body, he doesn't know how he moves his body. I don't know. I don't think anybody here doesn't know how to move their body. Well, I might not know what is responsible, but I know when they say raise your hand, I can raise it. And I'm very sure that a whole lot of people knows how to move their body, but that is on a lighter note though. So he declared that he has seen too much, that he was raised in a Christian home. Not that they are really, really, really religious like that, but they realize that there is no big deal about this whole religion thing. Why don't you just stay on your own, eat food, do your normal life, live your life? He said in his word, he said, I'm just living my life and I'm just recognizing the fact that there is a superior being that is responsible, which is God. That his life right now is between himself and is God. I think that's a smart one because there's no big deal about that. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be continuing with this particular episode of Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple. But stay tuned. I'll be back after this time out. I'm not going nowhere yet.
The existence and survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is a hub designed to cater for all you agricultural needs. We breathe agriculture. Now, no more troubles, as you can now join our multi-purpose Farmers Cooperative Society. We provide numerous opportunities, support, right network, credit facilities, and grants both locally and internationally. We are keen on our members' success, and we provide the right agro insurance.
At O.O.K Farms, we render services such as contract farming, commodity branding and export, as well as sales and lease of farmland. Our Agribusiness Academy is tailored towards equipping you through your journey in the agribusiness industry. For more information, visit ookgroup.ng.
We are also actively and professionally involved in agri-media. We pride ourselves to be the very first ever agricultural themed media outfit. Tune into our radio and TV, ookfarmstv.com.ng, ookfarmsradio.com.ng. Download our app on Android and find us on Radio Garden at O.O.K Farms Radio. We're located at 60 Decad House, Ring Road, Ibadan, Oyo State. Agriculture, our way.
All right, you're welcome back from that short timeout. It is another time for us to continue. It is that simple. Very, very simple. So I'm going to be moving to my next story right now. And this story is taking me out of the entire borders of Nigeria. And it's
Existence and survival of the human race is solely dependent on agriculture. O.O.K Farms is a hub designed to cater for all you agricultural. We breathe agriculture. Now, no more troubles, as you can now join our multi-purpose Farmers Cooperative Society. We provide numerous opportunities, support, right network, credit facilities.
all right, you're welcome back to another edition that is continuing right now. Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple, and I will just move on. Yes, I'm going to be moving on to the next story, and this story is taking me out of the entire Niger, taking me out of the entire Africa, and it's taking every one of us all the way through to India. Yes, India. Najimudi, that is where we are going. Yes, there's a statement I busted out of from a particular family, and it goes thus. We should bring our daughters back home with respect and dignity when marriages end, says a man as he celebrates the divorce of his daughter homecoming with a party. Yes, so the story says that there's a video that had shown an Indian family, an Indian father who had gone viral after he decided to make sure that he celebrates his daughter homecoming from a dissolved marriage. A video of an Indian father has gone viral after welcoming his divorced daughter Shashi Gupta, who happens to be the daughter of Prem Gupta, got married to Sachin Kumar, an engineer in the year 2022, April precisely. And after trying out different situations, the wife has already claimed that the husband and his family has always been maltreating her, and she's gone through a whole lot of troubles, which she couldn't confide in anyone, but she took the plane to confide in her father, told her father about the whole thing, only for her to be surprised of the volume of weight of his father, of her father, thrown behind her to support her. And the father told her a year after marriage, Shaki found her husband had been married twice before her, but he didn't inform her. So after this whole story, the man decided, okay, daughter, come back home. And if you go on Facebook, you see the video of about 10 minutes of the lady being welcomed back into her father's home with drums, celebration, and they actually threw a party. Hmm. They say different folks, different strokes for different folks. Because if you come to Nigeria, the moment you are married, stay there. But as far as I'm concerned, my advice is if your mental health is at stake, my brother, my sister, you have been traumatized, being married, it doesn't stop you from living your good life. Just separate for peace to reign. Because most of these marriages, the toxicity that we feel in there will most likely lead to loss of life. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is that from that story. And right about now, I will be moving on to the next story. And this story is actually very, very, very worrisome. Very worrisome. And this is the story talking of Justina, which everyone is seeking justice for. Yeah, now the boyfriend that murdered Justina happens to be arrested and he has made his own declaration. Yes, Justina was being killed, was murdered recently by a boyfriend that killed her, and even before killing her, had a video saying this is the best, the most beautiful girl anyone can see for the day. And just few days after the lady's birthday, uh, on her birthday, she celebrated, and her boyfriend asked her to come over to his house. And from there, the story started. He murdered the lady and disembodied her parts. That is the most barbaric part of the story. Yes, murder case is a very, very serious case. But the point is, for you to have been able to I still can't fathom how he concluded with the whole process, how he could adopt the thoughts, how he could brood over it, how he could fleshing it up to the point that it became a full-fledged plan. You disembowel after killing her, disembodied, took her part away, took her feminine organs like the breast, and took off her eyes, butchered her into small, small pieces, only for him to be caught in the act while he was trying to go away from his estate by the security of the estate to go dispose the body. Well, he has done his own part, and we believe that this particular family of Justina will definitely get justice. We all know that justice delayed is also justice denied. So we just simply say justice for Justina, and we pray that the good God Almighty will give the family of Justina the fortress to bear the loss. And from there, ladies and gentlemen, I will be moving on to the story that has got to do with none other than our OBO, Omo Baba Olowo Davido Adeleke. Yes, Papa of twins. Yes, is in the story today. And the story is actually very, very funny. The story about the video this time around has got to do with, let me say, it looks like a song that featured two other major people. And those other people happens to be IVD as well as Blessing Okoro. What is the gist about? Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, story had it that particular person had already accused Davido of owing him 218 million naira. Now, you said you have to swallow saliva here. That is what I just did because I thought about it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. How possible was that for someone that had been giving money to almost everybody? That have been giving money to almost everybody that comes his way. He does give away. There was a particular time where he wanted to have his birthday, I think about 2 years ago, and he said he was going to post his account number and asked people that he had done stuff for to do stuff in return. And that was in an interview with a particular popular comedian in Africa, Trevor Noah. He said that is where the cliche we rise by lifting others. That is where it comes from. And he said at the time he had the money, he had to throw it out to people, to orphanages and motherless babies. So I could not fix the matter when it comes to the fact that somebody like this can be hoeing. This is someone that recently was just flaunting his rack of jewelries, wristwatches, and people already jumped on the challenge. So now, what is happening? Blessing Okoro had come out with receipts of voice note chats that happened and involved none other but IVD, claiming that Davido is owing him 4.5 million naira balance for the white Venza. If you can remember, not too long after Davido went to perform at O2 Arena, he came back to Nigeria and blessed his one and only lovely brother become PA or PA become brother Israel. Yes, gave him a tear rubber. Okay, should I say a Tokumbo kind of white Venza? Now he had made payments for about 4 years now or 3 years now, counting up to four. He has not balanced the money for the motor. So why? What is going on here that we do not understand? And a blessing Okoro has always been on people's toe, especially when she has got receipts. So he has put his story a story directly to the face of the video saying, Bros, pay the money you owe. And in the video that showed the IVD voice note, there was a particular time where IVD declared that he was owing, and every time he calls on him, he will just say, send account details, send account details. Until one lovely day, he had a call, he woke up, saw plenty of OBOs through calling, missed their call, and OBO as well had already called, and he saw a message from OBO in his DM saying, I don't do the transfer. Only for him to call his manager, and his manager said, well, how much did he send? He said he sent 4 million naira. I said, no, okay, he will move on from there. But as far as I'm concerned, I think this is the time where the management of OBO needs to come into play. We understand that yes, there's a brand, but I keep telling people that the brand is not just the brand, the carrier of the brand is the brand itself. So the personality most of the time rubs off on the brand. Well, I just hope OBO will address this swiftly without wasting too much time. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I'm going to take another short time out. And when I come back, we'll be rounding up on the story. Stay there, go nowhere. I'll be back shortly. All right, you're welcome back. This is the last phase of Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple. I hope you've been enjoying yourself. Just because just in case you're just tuning in, it is Trends O'Clock with 13th Disciple, and we are rounding up already. Don't forget, you can always refer back to our link on YouTube. Visit us on YouTube and watch all the episodes of all our TV content that have been posted up there. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be talking about the last matter in today's story. And what has that got to do? That has got to do with none other but a video of a lady that trended or that is still trending on social media showing a frontal, nice, good looking, well made, designed, and styled frontal hair. And on her caption, she wrote, At least as long as my boyfriend apologizes with a very expensive frontal after giving me a black eye, nobody cares. I am good. And when I got to if you go through the matter and you get to the comment section, you know that our people are very, very lucrative when it comes to being spontaneous. Honestly, so many people have been asking, should we tell her? Should we not tell her? Honestly, I think we need to keep an eye on the kind of ladies and girl child that we are raising these days. How can someone come to you, give you black eye, beat you blue black, like you show fee? Somebody beat you this much, this badly that you could lose your eyes, you could lose yourself, you could even lose your life. And you said all you are concerned about is you are satisfied with the fact that he comes around after blowing you. There's something Yoruba calls ilubara. After beating you blue black, you're now saying you're okay with it as long as he apologizes with frontal. Ah, it is well. Either ways, I just pray that ladies and our mothers these days will continue with the quality of raising good children. Because if you don't raise good boy child, good girl child, they are definitely going to give birth to their likes. Garbage in, garbage out. That is what that statement says. And with that, I will be rounding up the show. But with that, I will not just do this. I won't just close this show without mentioning the fact that recently, about 2 weeks now, last week, the federal government had sent delegates and representatives that had to do with the Minister of Agriculture alongside the MD CEO of O.O.K Group to Rome to go and represent Nigeria in the just concluded FAO conference. And that this is actually something that everybody needs to be conscious of because agriculture these days has become a rescue avenue for many economies. And Nigeria has been represented by the MD and the Minister of Agriculture as well as every other of their entourage, where they discussed explicitly about the growth and economical contribution of agriculture in Nigeria and the contribution of agriculture in Nigeria in the export industry. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say a very big congratulations to the farmer herself that as the way she loves to be called, MD of O.O.K Farms and O.O.K Group. Congratulations on this just concluded trip, as well as